Lawrence, can you hear me? Click the like and subscribe button if you can hear us. Couch Beers, episode, I think 28?
28. How old I am.
Yeah? Nice.
For the third time.
I had to think about that for a second. So, I guess before we start, let me address...
the elephant in the room.
I do not have COVID. I might sound stuffed up a little bit, but I had influenza A last week.
Is that influenza of the ass, or what is that?
I think it's just like the main strain of influenza this year. It was not fun. So if I cough, I'll try to cough away from the mic. Maybe if it gets real bad, I'll just start editing them out. But
we wouldn't want our listeners to catch it from you.
Yeah, exactly.
All 13 of them.
Yep. Yeah, I went to a wedding last weekend, and it seems like 80% of the people that I talked to that were there got sick. So it was a super spreader flu event, but
that's fine though.
It was fun. Nice. You like your koozie? That's from RAGBRAI.
I survived the Donkey Show. Nemaha. So, sore ass. Hashtag sore
ass. I got one from RAGBRAI too. It's the Fayette County Cattleman. It's got a picture of a cow on it.
Nice.
I had one of their burgers. It was pretty good.
Pretty good? Not great.
I would say I'd give it about a 7.8 out of 10. It was just a plain burger, but
you had to add all the fixings?
Good beef. I don't remember. I think it had cheese on it.
So
cheese and lettuce, maybe. Not sure. I'm not really a ketchup or mustard guy. That's probably all they had to put on it. So
fascinating. Okay, cool. Well, let's dive in right now. Tell the listeners all about RAGBRAI. Tell me.
I don't remember how much we've talked about it on the show before.
Well,
have we explained? Okay. RAGBRAI is an acronym. It stands for Register's Annual Great Bike Ride Across Iowa. So it's over 8 days. The route changes every year. So this year it was kind of a northern route, and the total mileage was like 450 miles in 8 days. I did not ride every day, but yeah.
Did you get a hashtag sore ass?
I definitely did, yeah.
Oh.
Definitely did. And so it's like you go through all these little towns. Like every day you're riding like I think the shortest ride of the week was like 47 miles or something. So you're riding 50, 60. The longest day I did was 73. And there was a 100-mile day, but I was like, no shot. So
what the
excuse me. But yeah, it's fun. You go through all these little tiny towns, including Nemaha, where they had for literally 20 miles outside of town, they had all these little they almost look like political signs on the side of the road, but they were advertising for their donkey show.
Okay.
I'm like, for them to have signs for 20 miles, it just made me curious. I'm like, I gotta know what this donkey show is. And I told my dad, I'm like, it's probably literally one donkey in a pen somewhere. And so we get to this little tiny town. I would guess it's 100 people. And there's a guy in a donkey costume, and all these towns have DJs set up, and they're always selling food. All the little churches selling pies or whatever. And so RAGBRAI, the bike ride is this year there was 18,000 registered week-long riders. So that doesn't include people that
are unregistered,
which is a lot, because they're like, why would I pay to bike? You're just biking on public roads, whatever.
That's fair.
But you go through all these little towns, And because it's like one road that you go on the town, and it gets really crowded, so you have to get off your bike anyway, so you end up walking through these towns.
Okay.
But Nemaha was like, you probably could have rode through it because it was so short.
Okay.
But I'm like, I gotta see these donkeys. Like, so there's $5 to get in to see the donkey show. You pay the $5 and they give you that koozie, and
that's your ticket.
Yeah. And then like they have a sign. It was like all the signs along the side of the road were jokes too. Like, it was like Nemaha Donkey Show XXX.
Oh.
Like, worst way to spend $5 or something like that. So I paid my $5. I walk inside. I won't ruin it, but it was not what I expected for $5. Nah, maybe I should just say it. So
it's like, how are we gonna? We're not gonna Google this. I'm not.
Yeah, they're not gonna have another donkey show until RAGBRAI comes through again in 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
But okay, so there's a sign on the front. It's like, make sure you have all OSHA-proof PPE. And
oh my god!
Like, hope you didn't forget your sense of humor. What other stuff was on there? Stop. Are you up to date on your rabies vaccinations? Something like that.
Okay.
And you walk in, it's like this little tiny barn, and it's literally 2 donkeys in a pen, and they have like little blow up dolls you can put on top of the donkeys to take pictures with them. And they had like a mural with like a face cutout, to stick your face in.
Yep.
And the face hole was the donkey's butthole. And then like on the way out, like after you get done taking pictures or whatever, there's a sign that says, make sure you announce to everyone that you survived the Nemaha Donkey Show. So like people would be walking out of this barn and just scream, I survived. It was so funny.
So here's a follow-up question on that.
Yes.
How many people do you think that actually captured? Of, let's say, 18,000 registered folks, 8,000? 10,000?
For the donkey show?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not that many, but a lot.
Like, how much do you think they made at $5 a pop?
I bet they made, let's see.
20K?
No. Because what's that, $4,000? Or 4,000 people? 20K? Maybe.
Easy money.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, yeah. And if they wouldn't have had all those signs along the side of the road, no chance I would have stopped. Like, cause we literally rode past it, and then I'm like, where the heck's the donkey show? Like, this is just a little tiny park in this town. Where could it be? So then we like walked back to where we came in. I'm like, oh, it's got to be in this like barn. But
it's almost like the mini version of like the wall drug signs when you're going west in South Dakota.
Yeah.
Wall drug 419 miles. What is this damn wall drug?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I see a dang sign every other mile. What the heck?
Exactly. Yeah. So that was fun. But yeah, every town you go through, no matter how big or small they are, they have so there's the overnight towns that you actually like stay in, but then they purposely route you through like a bunch of towns during the route on the day, like when you're biking. All those towns have DJs, lots of food vendors. There's ones that travel along every day. Like there's this guy that makes pancakes. It's like all you can eat pancakes.
Okay.
That he shows up in in one of the pass-through towns every day. There's a guy that has a giant pink bus that's painted to look like a pig.
Okay.
And sells pork chops.
Nice.
He is like just set up at a farm every day. And like this year, there's a gubernatorial candidate that was like somewhere along the route every day set up that was just giving away Bloody Marys and gin and tonics.
Yes, that guy's probably getting voted, or guy or gal.
Yeah. So he was like, the first day he was giving away gin and tonics and Bloody Marys. The second day he had a sign that it was like, tomorrow we're doing margaritas or something like that.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, it was super smart. And he had like a giant trailer with his face on it. But the pork chop guy. So actually, my dad was telling me, because he's been doing RAGBRAI for like a decade, probably longer. But the pork chop guy, that originally owned it, either he passed away or just got too old that he couldn't do it. But he would like stand at the grill. They're like 6 foot by 6 foot grills. It's just a big steel box that they throw corn cobs in and burn them. And then there's like 2 grates. So they like have just one grate and then put down like 50 pork chops on it, put another grate on top, and then put that onto the grill. So then they can cook it and just rotate the whole giant grate mechanism to cook the other side, so they don't have to flip 50 pork chops.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Innovative.
And like the whole back half of the bus is filled with corn cobs for them to burn.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so this guy would like stand at the side or like stand at the grill as people are riding by, and he just yell, "Pork chop!" And like, so he's not there anymore, but we stopped for pork chops one day, and people are still just riding by. Like, some people stop, some people keep going. And like once a minute while we were sitting there, I bet somebody would ride by, like as they're going past the giant pink bus, they'd just be like, "Pork chop!" from their bikes. And sometimes like the people grilling would yell back at them. It's so funny. But
what would you say? How much do they sell a pork chop for? $4?
$9.
$9?
It's a big pork chop.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a really good pork chop too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say
I didn't stop.
$9.
I think maybe I had 1 or 2.
Damn, dude.
I don't
Must
remember.
be hungry.
Yeah. Well, like the 73-mile day, whatever, I burned like 4,000 calories.
Nice.
Yeah. So yes, you eat a lot. Like the hardest thing for me while I was training, I figured out, was not drinking enough water. It was eating enough food while I was riding, which it's a lot easier to do on RAGBRAI because you can stop every like 5 miles. Somebody selling.
Makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna say you look like you're in phenomenal shape.
Yeah. I'm also very tan.
I was gonna say, yeah. Usually I'm the tan one, but you kind of look like you were. Yeah, look at the camera, folks.
Look at my biking tan though.
Oh
like,
yeah,
my shoulders are stark white.
That's okay though.
Yeah.
Next year, just wear a tank top.
Could. I did get a couple of like biking jerseys.
I know I've said this the last couple of years, but I think next year I'll probably do it because I'll have the vacation to do so.
Yeah. Yeah, so. I actually don't think I'm going to do it next year because I'm getting married.
What?
Yeah. So
what are you getting married to?
Some lady named Belinda.
Mm.
So, yeah, maybe like if I stay in shape, I might just do a couple of days, but I'm definitely not going to be able to train enough to do the whole thing. But yeah, it was fun. And the cool thing is, like, all the overnight towns have live music and stuff that you can go see. They always kind of go crazy and like, but you're after biking all day, you're kind of tired, so you want to just hang out and.
So here's a question for you, because I'm trying to paint the picture in my head.
Yeah.
18,000 people in a dinky town. Do they camp out in a field, or where the hell do they camp? Okay, I was going to say, it's not like there's a city park or a designated, like, normal area, right? This is like someone...
Right. Yeah, it's very well organized for the most part. Like, they have dedicated camping spots all over town, but usually it's just parks. Like, parks or, like, the fields around the high school. Most of the places that we camped at the whole week was like right around a middle school or a high school. And then you can go shower usually at the middle school or high school for $5. Or like
how many outhouses would you say
a lot
were rented for the whole week?
So they travel, like they'll
Oh, so they pick them up
They
and
drop them off. Like the days I wasn't riding, like we would get into the town at like, I don't know, like 9 or 10 at the latest
at night
in the morning.
Oh,
And then like they would already be setting up the outhouses and stuff.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
666.
They call them kaibos.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, kaibos?
KYBO. They don't call them like Biffies.
Is that like the company?
No. No one knows where the name
term
came from.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay,
At least that's what my dad told me. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna Google that
Well,
stuff.
people definitely call them kaibos. He told me what. No one knows why they call them that. But yeah, and most of the overnight towns are bigger. Like I think the smallest overnight town we were in was like 2,500 people. Did you find something?
Yeah. Google. Why is it called Kaibo? The word is an acronym of keep your bowels open.
Yeah, that's what my dad told me, but I don't believe that.
Though whether this is an original or origin of the word or if it was applied later is unclear. I'm
not buying it. I feel like it was just like a company at one point and then it stuck. But
all right, well, yeah, I don't know. Funny. Good.
Yep. There's a lot of crazy people though. Like I saw 2 dudes that did the whole week just wearing American flag Speedos and an American flag, like an actual flag that they draped over themselves.
So they got pretty tan where a lot of people didn't. And
the one guy actually, so that I'm gonna have to correct myself. There was 2 of them. One guy, that's all he was wearing. The other guy also was wearing a back brace.
That's a hell of a tan line.
Yeah.
What would you call that? Like a, I don't even know.
I don't know. He looked kind of like a Ninja Turtle though.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. There was also a group of people that rollerbladed the whole thing.
Whoa.
Yeah. They definitely didn't do it every day, all of them, but there was like 3 of them at least that did the 73-mile day that I did on rollerblades.
Wow.
Their rollerblades were crazy. They were like the wheels looked like CDs. Like that's how big they were.
Damn, so they're hardcore.
Yeah. And the first day that they were out there, it was super hilly. There's hills that we were doing like 35 plus miles an hour on our bikes, and they didn't have brakes. So,
Nikes.
Yeah, I bet they were doing 45 down these giant hills.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a thrill ride for them, right?
Yeah.
Like
the one guy, I guess, was like a professional rollerblader, and he like does commentary for rollerblading events and stuff. But
professional rollerblader, is that a thing?
Anything's a thing if you get paid for it.
They pay someone to be a professional rollerblader?
Isn't that what professional means? You got to get paid for it?
I don't know. Is that what that means?
Sure.
I guess you're just an amateur if you're just like you're an amateur tileist.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless Belinda paid you. Which wouldn't really make sense
not.
Considering you guys are set to be wed.
Yeah.
Yeah. 666?
Yeah, it was fun. You should go. So this year that went, it was me, my dad, my cousin Dave that biked. Then Dave's nephew,
Brian.
No, Jonathan. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. And then Dave's dad too came. So Dave's dad and his nephew like set up our tents, like drove to the next town and set up our tents for us.
Every time or?
Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't ride?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
666. Yeah, you got to get a crew together like that.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's like we were talking about it because like Dave's dad's getting kind of old and his health isn't as good as it used to be. We're like, what are our options if we don't have like a support driver like that? And like people that just sign up for RAGBRAI and like show up, just throw all their stuff on the back of a semi every morning And then when they get into the town, the semis have just dumped it all on the ground. So they have to like sort through all this stuff, find their bags.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
People actually do that still.
Yeah.
Like, what if the semi driver?
A lot of people do it.
What if the semi driver just said like,
or they throw it in the wrong semi?
Deuces, yeah.
Yeah. But then there's like a lot of charters that you can join that'll like do anything more like from basically the way we do it, where they set up your tents for you. But at least like our people, we get to like, they get to pick out like a shady spot to put up our tents and stuff, or at least try.
Yeah.
Where like the charters, you don't really get a choice. They just get assigned somewhere usually.
That sounds a little fun. Too much fun for me.
Yeah.
But I'll do it. I got to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, show. Cool.
Especially if we got a driver.
Heaven, yeah.
Yep. What have you been up to?
No good. Lots has happened since our last episode. I'm starting a new job. I'm officiating a coworker's wedding.
Really? Why? They just asked you
He
to?
asked, yeah.
I saw your Snapchat that you're like a minister parking pass.
Yep. It's kind of, I guess I don't know how to describe it. So this guy started with my current company like 2 months ago. And we've hung out a couple, like literally like 2-3 times maybe outside of work.
Yeah.
Just grabbing beers with his fiance or whatever. And then one day he just comes into my office. He's like, all right. He's like, yeah, we're having a hard time. Our wedding's in September, but we're having a hard time finding an officiant, you know? And I'm like, I think I got ordained like 4 years ago or something, but you know, I don't know if I just need to be registered with the county or something. And he's just like, do you want to officiate? And I was like, like, no, you probably don't, you know? And then
you don't mean that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just kind of like, that's a joke, you know? And then, like that weekend I met up with him and his fiance, and it was like, you know, I was filling in for their softball, his softball league. Yep. It was, of course, the final night, so it was single elimination for the tournament, and we kept winning, and I'm like, I just like, I was kind of like, okay, 6:30. It was like 11 by the time I got done because we kept winning.
Gosh.
We made it to the championship game and we lost because, and I'm going to say this, the people we were playing were like 22 to 23-year-old people who played college sports. Really? Like these kids were like hardcore psychos. Like they were tagging up every single time regardless, and like just being overly aggressive on base running. And here's like our team. It's like all these 30
bunch of hooligans,
kind of just like a ragtag, you know. One of our guys had like a knee brace, and like, you know, we're like falling apart, and like these kids are like, just anyway. So yeah, so anyway, but at that tournament, his fiance was like, oh, I got Jimmy John's for, you know, for Robert and our officiant. And I'm just like, hold on, like, you told her that, you know. I was like, hold on, did I agree? And then the next week he's like, oh yeah, like, hey man, you're gonna do it. I'm like, if you want it done right, you don't want me, man. And then he's like, oh yeah, no, we still want you. And I'm like, oh God. So I started looking into it more, and somehow I found, I think my Google Chrome had like saved my login for this Universal Life Church, and I like just ordered the letter of good standing and all that stuff, and it gave me the whole package of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I'm just like, oh crap, what am I getting myself into? And he's like, oh, it has to be a 15-minute ceremony is all we need. We don't really care, and whatever. So I'm like, oh God. So yeah, I gotta work on that. Gotta get registered with the county.
I'm sure there's tons of like templates online.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I kind of want it to be, I don't know, I got to think about it, because I'm like, I can just get them married, but then if it all goes perfect, no one's going to remember it. But yeah, so I don't know. So like that, yeah, that's a new thing. new thing there.
When is that wedding, did you say?
September 23rd, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got a month and a half. Yep, the 23rd. It's a Friday.
Yep. Now that I'm thinking about weddings again,
you're getting married.
I'm going to make a public service announcement. Apparently, flu vaccines actually work because the people that I talked to that didn't get the flu were vaccinated from the flu like this last year. So get your flu vaccines, people, because I did not.
Did you not think flu vaccines worked?
No, that was mostly a joke.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. I was like, hold on, why are we saying this? Okay. Yeah, get it. Do what I did. Get your booster, flu, and tetanus all at the same time, and it's quite a cocktail. As the nurse who shot me up, both arms were like, I'm like, ah.
I just got my tetanus booster a couple of years ago, so I think I'm set there. But yes, I like that plan.
Doesn't hurt getting another one, especially with all your home improvement that you've been doing.
Oh, I think it's good for like 10 years.
Yeah, but like, you can do it again.
Can you? I don't know.
I don't know. Why not, right?
Seems like maybe there's a reason that they make it every 10 years.
That's true. But, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I'm ordained, #ordained. Yeah, new job. What else?
Got a lot of life updates.
Yeah, kind of.
New job besides even being ordained.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting and challenging, but good. Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, me either. We finished our kitchen. Well, not really.
Oh yeah, you did.
We finished the floor and the countertops and the cabinets and got all new appliances in the kitchen. So we did a lot.
For a steal, mind you.
Yeah, a pretty good deal.
All right. I got some LinkedIn things that I saved because I thought they were ridiculous.
Nice. I got something for you about LinkedIn too.
It's been a while. Let's start with probably the most aggravating thing. Okay, so this dude is a managing partner at this whatever company. It's a young dude, but he made this long post. I gotta just read it. I'll try to summarize it, but I'll read it.
Go for it.
And I want your opinion, blind opinion, before I voice mine. So, okay. I made a massive mistake today. I traveled 2,850 miles across the entire country for a marketing conference that wasn't actually taking place for another couple weeks. It's okay, you can laugh. I couldn't believe it myself, and I can't help but shake my head and laugh at the situation. I'm currently writing this up at the airport, waiting for another red-eye adventure home. Ha ha. As I slowly figured out this crazy situation I was in, I realized quickly that it would do me no good to panic, get frustrated, or freak out. The damage is already done, and the past is the past. What can I do with the current situation I'm in? Stop, think, assess my options, laugh at myself, figure it out, alternatives, and find a DQ. I don't know what that is. Oh, Dairy Queen? Maybe that's what he meant. I don't know. Some people may look at this ordeal as a huge financial mistake, pointless travel time, and a meatball move. But I look at it as an excessively long adventure to get the best DQ chocolate dipped cone I've ever had. It is talking about Dairy Queen. Hey, we all make mistakes. I just happened to make a really big one today. It's okay to laugh at yourself and do better next time. Double and triple check your appointments. Let's go. Thoughts, Tim?
Seems like I don't know. Why would they post that? That's all I can think.
That's the only thing you can think of? Okay.
I don't what was the point?
I don't know what the point is, because to me, you're just showcase that you're a damn idiot. And you're a managing partner at whatever company you're at. Like okay. It's one thing to say, like, make mistakes, own them, learn from them, whatever.
Yeah. This
was completely like, he booked a flight and didn't check anything to where he's going. Like, I can't fathom how stupid of a mistake. This is to me, you completely figure it out.
Did you say where they were a managing partner from?
This is a screenshot, but it says managing partner at Phaser. I don't know. We could look up the dude, I guess.
It's probably not that important.
I mean, we could. I think our listeners might want to look into this dude to see like if he's in charge of big things, because I would probably be like, yeah, I'm gonna ask him to be pulled off the project if he can't figure his own damn thing out. But
send it to their like all of their partners and be like, you guys seeing this?
Oh, look, he's a young dude too. Look at this picture. That's the face of an idiot.
Maybe it's his company.
Probably. Then that makes sense why you can post something like that, because then you can tell everyone, look, I am an idiot.
Yeah. He does look like he's 20.
Anyway, yeah, I just saw that and I was like, not cool, dude. Doesn't look great on your thing. I don't know. So you got that one. Anyone listening, I would like to hear your thoughts. And we can share per request if you want to look up this brochacho, but I couldn't fathom it. I was like, what the hell is this? Okay, one more, and then it's like a NFT thing I saw. And
okay.
I want to know your thoughts on that too.
Okay.
So this is another LinkedIn one. And I have my own opinion on this. No amount of pay is worth a toxic boss or toxic culture. Human-centric leadership is priceless. Be the leader you would follow. Okay, I kind of like the spirit of it. However, in my experience, with more pay, the more tolerance for BS that you have. That's just my experience. Now, that's not an excuse for having a bad boss or a toxic environment, but
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, if you made $5 million a year and you had a terrible boss, I don't know, I could probably get my head around that.
Yeah, but I think even at that point, like, if you already have that kind of work experience, you still have the opportunity to go find another job where you're making that much money. True.
I'm just saying, I guess my opinion is like no amount of pay is worth it. I don't know. I don't know. You could just pay someone a ton of money and they could just sit there and not do their job. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And generally, like, the more you get paid, the less oversight there is on what you're working on. Yeah. Like, there's a lot more trust in you, which maybe should be backwards, but
no, that's where I saw that and I was like, well, I think there's a scale, right? Get paid more, like your tolerance for BS goes up, but that's just me. Maybe I'm speaking for myself. Okay, the final NFT thing. This was actually a screenshot from the Reddit subreddit Wall Street Bets.
Okay, they're like super anti-crypto, aren't they?
I think it depends.
They used to be. I think they changed their policies.
I think they're making fun of like these other people who are super into it. Like, for instance, this is they screenshot, I think, a tweet or something. Yeah, they screenshot a tweet and then they just said, my wife is going to absolutely love it when I tell her that I bought an NFT for her to wear instead of a diamond. And the Twitter screenshot is, if you make an NFT of a real diamond and the diamond itself gets destroyed in a fire tomorrow, you still have the same asset because the token still exists and is in limited supply just as before. Nothing has changed. What NFT is doing to the concept of asset, few understand.
Can you show me like the picture of this person that tweeted this? Yeah. Okay. So this person, it's Tasha Labs. She maybe is not even a woman, but she.
What do you mean by that? Like just it could be a bot or what?
Or just a person pretending to be a woman to get more engagement. She posts a lot of really ridiculous and bad like crypto and NFT takes and a lot of stuff that is just like blatantly wrong.
Okay, is that one of them?
Yeah, for sure. And I think it is almost all for engagement and like attention on
I just believe that. I
Twitter.
Can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have TikTok? Just a sidebar.
No.
Okay, good. I don't either. But I saw a clip, I think, of the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
And of course, I don't know anything else about any other apps, but he said he read, or a guest he had on, read the terms and conditions of TikTok.
Yeah.
It's way more invasive than any other social media app.
Yeah, people have been saying that for a long time. I'm not sure how true it is, but that's been a talk of the town since
TikTok of the town.
TikTok of the town since TikTok really started getting big. Yeah. Did you know it used to be called Musical.ly?
Yeah, I did not.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're trying to get into the music industry now too.
Well, they basically are the music industry,
right? So you have to subscribe to TikTok.
Yeah, Couch Beer's TikTok. We don't have one
yet.
No, we won't, unless you want to run it.
Gasp. No, I don't even know how to use.
You
TikTok.
Could figure it out.
I don't want it. It's one of those things. It's like I do not want to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Why not? You think you get addicted?
Probably.
Yeah.
But all at the same time, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, they've all done their version of it.
Yeah.
So, and half the dang stuff is already regurgitated TikTok. So it's like,
right.
What's the purpose of really having it? Especially with the potential truth of highly invasive terms and conditions. It's like, well,
yeah.
At least YouTube, I trust YouTube even if they're doing the same thing.
I think
sounds really bad, but
I think most of the big TikTok people post it on TikTok and Instagram. So like if you look at what is it called, Instagram Reels,
yeah,
most of them still have like a TikTok watermark on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
which is crazy, but
yeah,
amazing. What else do I know? What else do you know? What else is new in your world?
I was gonna tell you. So, my friend Sam said I just lost it. He said the other day, I don't know why everyone doesn't use LinkedIn.
Hell yeah, my man.
He said, I've been on here for 30 minutes and I just messaged the owner of a company and sent him my resume. And he asked for my resume. He's like, I should have listened to Zach earlier.
Hey man, I'm not going to say I told you so, but I'm glad you've seen the light, and I want everyone to go check out my LinkedIn profile because I updated I have a badass picture on there now.
I'm gonna go look right now.
I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt with a suit blazer. I got a few good pictures, but I just thought this was the most professional looking. And then
how's your tattoo doing?
Which one?
Your LinkedIn one.
I still don't think it works, but
I got it to work one time.
Yeah, I know, that's all that matters.
Oh, that is a sweet picture. They take that at work?
Yeah. I got a few other ones that are like pretty badass looking, but yeah.
Can I read your quote?
Sure.
So what is a nudge? A nudge is some small feature of the environment that attracts our attention and alters our behavior.
Yeah, that's behavioral economics, which I think is like, that's got to be the future. Because that's the thing. It's like economics to me is very interesting, but it assumes humans and people are rational beings, which we are not. So behavioral economics kind of addresses all that stuff. So that's why I really like it. But I came up with a really good quote. I've looked it up. I thought I heard it on a book or in an audiobook or something. I can't find it anywhere.
What is it?
I've been saying this to my team at my current company. I said, we have to be pleasant with our email, words, and diction, and ruthless with our execution. And they're just like, oh, and I'm just like, we were doing like a team huddle, and I just said that because there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm like, we got to get stuff done, and I was just
it something you thought of before that, or you just like said it?
It's like it was. Again, I looked it up. I can't find it, so I want any listener to, if they can find a version of that, I'm going to give them credit because I don't think I have that kind of like creativity. But it just like it came out of my mouth, and it just I said that,
it does sound like something you would say.
I know, but I just like when I said it, they were like, oh, like kind of like okay, like, and I was just like, damn, that sounds pretty good.
That's awesome.
And then And then I like Googled it right after that. Couldn't find anything. And I'm just like, is that like a Zach original? Like that's...
You should just take it.
Well,
If
I
you
will,
couldn't
but
find it by Googling, no one else is going to be able to find it.
I want you to Google it to make sure like maybe mine's like
Okay.
my Google's like broken.
That's
Maybe
true.
it's like, hey, we need to give this win, this W to Zach. But anyway, yeah, so that's kind of like, if no one else can find anything, I'm going to own that and take it and steal it.
I am a professional Googler.
Just them to know that. Jeez.
It's my side gig.
Side hustle.
I Googled Ruthless Execution. It's a book by Amir Hartman and Craig LeGrand. Ruthless Execution. How Business Leaders Manage Through Turbulent Times.
I haven't read that.
I don't know.
I'm
not seeing anything.
Again, it's like be polite in your words and your diction, but ruthless in execution. That's kind of like the gist of it. So
Nice. I like
yeah,
it.
I'll own it I'll own it if I can. So anyway, there's something else about that. I don't know. What else you got, Timmy?
Not too much.
You got something, huh?
I was laying in bed last week pretty much for like 3 days, so I didn't do anything.
I got some. I think, does Samhmael or whatever, does he have a new show on Peacock?
Really? I don't know.
I think it's called The Resort. Is that him?
I don't know.
It's I think it said the producer or something of Mr. Robot and another show. But
Homecoming?
Maybe.
That's like his other big show that wasn't as big as Mr. Robot, but I just Googled Sam Homecoming. Samhmael. Talking and typing at the same time is not very easy.
Takes a skill.
Oh,
you're probably wondering too why I'm running on my Pixel 2 XL.
I was not, but now I am.
At that softball game of my coworkers.
Yeah.
His daughter was there. She's like maybe 7 or 8. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I had my phone in my right hand, and he's like, "Oh, give Zach Nux." And so she just like punched the hell out of my hand. Like she didn't give me Nux. She just like punched it, and my phone just fell and like shattered. So I'm like, "Ow!" And he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." I'm just like, "I'm all right." And then, sure enough, I look like repairing screens now. It's like $350.
That's crazy.
It's like, geez, I might as well get a new damn phone almost.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm running the Pixel 2 XL. I miss this bad boy.
Do you like the bigger phone, or what about it?
I do like it's a little wider than the Pixel 6. But I also think the back fingerprint sensor, that's still just a game changer. It's so natural. And
so what was the other one in the screen?
It's in the screen, yeah. Which I'm like, ugh. And then it's like a weird. This is so much lighter than the Pixel 6 too.
Yeah. Switching to iPhone, I thought that was going to be what I missed the most was the fingerprint sensor, but I actually like Face ID. It works really well.
That's because you got a pretty face.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm surprised how I was very surprised how well it works.
Yeah.
So it says he produced USA's Briar Patch, which is only one season in 2020.
We watched that.
We did. Yep. Stars Gaslit in 2022. Peacock's Angeline in 2022. And The Resort in 2022.
So he's a producer,
which he also co-created. So the other ones he was just a producer. The Resort he co-created.
Okay. Yeah, I think I saw
I'll have
that.
to check it out.
And I want to see that or look at it. So
it premiered already, July 28th.
Oh, that's the other last thing I gotta talk about. So I have on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
They have all the seasons of the original Magnum PI from the 80s.
Really?
Yeah. So I've been watching at least one episode a night.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. So I'm on
surprised you don't have a mustache yet.
Well, yeah, not yet. But I took my buddy in college, his name is Wyatt. we watched the first, like, I don't know, 8 episodes before we graduated and whatever. We're like, this is such a ridiculous show. Just the arc of every episode, it's like the conclusions that are drawn, it's just kind of funny. But I Googled it because I was like, how many seasons were there? I didn't even look at that. I got to this thing, which I screenshot. Would like you to read it.
It's a Wikipedia segment. It says Detroit Tigers incident. On September 16th, 2017, a group of 45 men dressed as Thomas Magnum were ejected from a Detroit Tigers game for smoking and catcalling women in the park. The story quickly became one of international interest as the group from nearby Allen Park, Michigan, gave dozens of interviews to newspapers, magazines, radio stations, podcasts, and more.
So
that's actually hilarious.
So what's even funnier about that is, like, if you look up pictures of Tom Selleck and Magnum PI in the original, his kind of like incognito look is a Detroit Tigers hat with aviator sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
So like all these 45 people dressed up in a Hawaiian shirt and a Detroit Tigers hat. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. And that's all
I want to see their interviews. Like, are they in character for the interviews?
I don't think so. I think it was like a bachelor party, and they were just like all hammered.
Yeah, that checks out.
Catcalling women, though.
That's funny.
But yeah, that's all I really got. Unless you got something, Timmy.
No, I don't really.
All right.
I think I gotta go mow the lawn after this.
Jeez, you look like you need to take a nap and recover.
No, that's
emergency with the letter C at the end.
That's a little, like, that's all I did for like 2 days.
Emergency?
No, just like not to do anything. The one day that I was the most sick, like I started to get sick on Tuesday afternoon, and I woke up on Wednesday, and I had like 100-degree fever, and I just laid in bed all day. Like I like joined my morning meeting at work, and I was like, yeah, I feel really sick. Like I feel like I'm about to fall out of my chair. So I don't think I'm going to get much work done today. So I literally, the meeting got over. I went and laid down. It was like 9:00. I slept until 12:30. And then I woke up, tried to eat something, and like I totally lost my appetite too. And went back to sleep at like 2:30, and then slept until like 5:30 again. I slept like almost 7 hours in the middle of the day.
Damn, did you get some soup?
Yep.
What kind of soup did you get?
Alyssa got me a assortment of chicken noodle. So she got like Progresso, Hungry Man,
Up and Up,
Hy-Vee brand. Yeah, Hy-Vee brand, not Up and Up.
Dang.
But yeah.
Hungry Man.
I usually just go with Progresso, go with what you know. But
I'm an egg drop or vegetable broth soup or whatever from a Chinese restaurant. Like, It's kind of, when I'm sick, I mean, I've probably mentioned this before on the podcast, but when I'm sick, the world is ending, and it's kind of like,
I thought I was gonna die.
I'm kind of like, I will sell a kidney to feel better, whatever that looks like, and I'll pay.
I just try to talk into my beer.
You running a fever, Timmy?
Nope.
Timothy.
Okay. No, I'm about 4 days off of fever, so.
Righteous.
Yep.
Cool. Well, hopefully I don't get sick.
Yep.
A-hole.
No, you won't. Everything said that 24 hours without a fever, you're not contagious anymore. So I think you're set.
And what do we learn from this, folks? You get your flu shots.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah. Well,
check us out. Couch Beers Pod at Twitter and Instagram. couchbeerspodcast@gmail.com.
Heaven, yeah.
We're wearing matching shirts today.
Yeah, we coordinated.
Yep.
This episode is unofficially sponsored by Tim.
I did pay for it.
Yeah, I owe you, I think.
No, I bought the beer.
Okay.
Very good.
Thanks, y'all.
Peace.
Subscribe, like.